Welcome to a Vanguard news video without the bullshit. Let's get started. It's that time again. To get some new promo cards that will completely change a tier 3 deck into tier 1, assuming you get your hands on them by either bribing your local game shop into selling it, or trick a child by trading it for a useless triple rare card from the anime. Servant for Croatia while on rear guard makes you put one dark state card in your drop zone into your soul when she attacks a grade 3 or higher unit, and she gets 5k power for each grade of that card. And while on rear guard at the end of your turn, you can put her into your soul if you have a grade 4 or higher Vanguard to draw a card. I find it hilarious that Bushiroad is future-proofing this card text, as this can only soul charge dark state cards, meaning you can't tech Griffo Giller in your build just so she gets 50k power. You can however use grade 4 Bruce to give her 20k power. And for those thinking you can use this in Chronojet for her second ability, let me remind people that G units return to your G zone before year end phase even begins. So no, GG unfortunately doesn't get a new bestie. Subordinate Monster Savo Ward, while in your order zone, lets you pay 2 Soul Blast if you have a grade 3 or higher monster Vanguard to call itself to rear guard, and it gets 5k power. And when it's placed on rear guard, you can add up to one card that isn't a sentinel from your order zone. If your order zone has 2 or more research cards, then you discard a card if you added a card with this ability. Calling all Yu-Gi-Oh players, we finally have Dark Armed Dragon in Vanguard. All we need now are heroes getting a draw engine, and we can recreate the Telidad deck in this game. Stealth Dragon Raiden Kunai while on rear guard lets you bind itself when your other unit is placed on rear guard from your bind zone to give the called unit 5k power. Then you countercharge 1 damage if you did not countercharge this turn yet. And while in the bind zone, you can call this card to the Guardian Circle. If your grade 3 or higher Shoujo Doji Vanguard is attacked, then this card gets 5k shields. Bushiroad is really trying to make stealth players run Shoujo Doji instead of a giant snake as their main Vanguard. Why the hell did they even make a secondary Vanguard for this deck in the first place? Speaking of stealth cards, Shoujo Doji gets 2 new supports in DBT 13 in order to reclaim his place as the main Vanguard in stealth decks. Stealth Dragon Gonjoku, when placed on rear guard by a card's ability, gets 10k power if your opponent has 2 or less rear guards. And while on rear guard, you can retire itself when its attack hits a Vanguard to draw a card. Let's not kid ourselves, this is not worth replacing Megalonozuchi as your main Vanguard. In fact, all you need is the on-hit draw ability to make Megalonozuchi even more powerful. The 10k power is more of a bonus. Finally, Wise Scale Supporter Ravania, while on the central back row rear guard, gives all your rear guards placed by your Vanguard's ability 5k power. She's basically the stealth deck's Dragon Tree Marker proxy, which ironically makes Megalonozuchi even more important as your Vanguard instead of Shoujo Doji. And that concludes this Vanguard news video. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if there's any way for Shoujo Doji to reclaim his job back.